This is the thing about this specific episode. This is the most interesting episode of the season so far. And this is my review, episode 4 of WandaVision, which this episode didn't have any of those hijinks. It didn't have any of those ins and outs. Matter of fact, it actually gave us a clear, concise understanding of where Wanda is mentally and what's kind of actually really going on. Most of us have already alluded that, this is all Wanda's doing. But this episode solidified it. We're going to go into a lot more details in the spoiler review between me and Lucas for sure. But this was easily the best episode. Like, not only did they use your girl Darcy, this is the best they've used Darcy. Darcy in all the Thor movies to me was not only annoying, they just did not use her well. In this episode, she thrived. Like, she was able to be smart because she wasn't going back and forth off against Natalie Portman. She wasn't just being funny for the heck of being funny. Like, she was being herself and she was working. And on top of that, the FBI agent worked good chemistry with her. It didn't have to be over flash. It didn't have to be too over the top. It was just cool. Then you have, finally, we got the understanding that Geraldine, which most of us already knew, was Monica Rambeau. If you don't know who Monica Rambeau is, definitely go to Captain Marvel and you'll know exactly who it is. I'll go into more details about it, but just seeing her backstory, seeing what happened to her, why she's doing this. The only thing I'll say that's a negative about this is this, to me, when I think about Endgame, it contradicts something with Nick Fury in the end of Endgame in connection to this whole sword situation. That's all I'm going to say. I'll go into more details in my spoiler review. But in terms of the episode, it literally was just Darcy trying to figure out what was going on in real time. And it wasn't like they had to waste a whole bunch of time. Like, no, she's looking at it on TV. And it's kind of like, it wasn't too over big for the sake of it. It is concerning that none of the Avengers are checking on Wanda. That's a little weird. But it is very interesting to see how that escalated very quickly. On top of some implications of what Wanda is really doing or what she might have done already. The only other critique that I would say on record, and I know me and Lucas have said it, is that episode 1 and 2 should have been one episode hour long. And episode 3 and 4 should have been one episode hour long. Because this is the thing. This episode, if it was considered with 3 as one, this would have been the episode that's like, oh, wow, I got to see this. This is like, think of Daredevil. Like, after, the third episode of Daredevil, you're hooked. That's hook, line, second. But these are 30-minute increment episodes. So it's like, it's not enough to get you like, oh, okay, this episode was enough to make me be like, yo, why don't we have a sword show? They had Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., let's give us a sword show. Oh, snap, they actually utilizing Darcy well. Cool. Okay, Monica Rambeau, what is she capable of? What's going on here? Not just that, like, you got to see some other horror element genre specifics in this episode I really like. Either way, I actually really liked the episode. I just wanted to go ahead and review it so you guys can have something on Saturday. Right now I'm recording this early in the morning on Saturday, or technically Friday night. And I'm going to go. Hope y'all enjoyed that reaction and that review. The reaction, I don't know when I'll ever be able to post it, but when and if the opportunity comes, you guys will be able to see it, hopefully. All right, guys, keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop.